I can see. Evolution, no evolution, now we all just get it for free.
It's been a long time since I opened up my mind.
Yo, food for thought. Summer Pearl featuring Tashai Makeda right under us right now. So guys, you know this is our final show on ilive UK, but don't worry, we will always be there for you. So make sure you are following us on Now Chat Show UK. Right now we have our special guest in the studio. We have man like Quincy the comedian. All right. And we have the boss. Well, I normally call her Bossy Janelle, but I've actually upgraded her to Boss Janelle.
Queen
you
boss.
get me? The Queen boss and all them thing there. So yeah, big up yourself. So we're just gonna give a quick intro.
Here we go. So, award-winning comedian Quincy is a huge personality. He's a stand-up presenter, writer, actor and host with appearances on Comedy Central's Comedy Blue, MTV's Comedy Funhouse and BBC Radio 4 Extra's Comedy on the Boat. His live comedy work regularly takes him as far afield as Dubai, Mumbai and Singapore. He has written and performed 2 narrative comedies in Edinburgh, and as well as performing comedy at all the major UK comedy clubs. Quincy tours in large scale venues, in sketch shows and mixed bill comedy lineups.
Yes, and also he is also a presenter. He's a presenter on radio. We're gonna get more into that business, and he's also got his new show called Extra Time Friday.
Is he also a DJ?
Yo. So hold on, if he's a DJ, so why am I sitting over there and him not come around here? So, but anyway, let's go over to our other guest.
Here we go.
Who is one of our people there that he just... Anyway, I'm just going to let that ride. So former Miss Jamaica UK and culturepreneur.
Culturepreneur. We're going to get Janelle to expand on that.
Yes.
Janelle Raeburn is a culture, events, entertainment, music and PR. She is a multi-talented leader in the world she's renowned for her ability to deliver excellent results. Janelle has worked on several major projects and events around the globe, including the London 2012 Olympic Games, the Toronto 2015 Games, Pan American Games, and the 2016 UEFA Champions League final in Milan. Oh, and the Birmingham 2022
Commonwealth, bruv.
This is next year, people.
Yeah, but she's been working on the thing right now. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's why she can't boss, you know.
Commonwealth Queen boss. See it there.
All right, there. We're gonna open the mic because you know what? We just have to give these guys a round of applause because you know what? They're doing amazing things out there. And we just have to say thank you guys for coming to the show today.
I appreciate you inviting us.
I didn't really invite you, you know.
I know you didn't, but it sounds good for the radio.
I got forced into it. He actually saw me around the corner and he said, Kaz, I want to be on your show, yeah? And I was like, do you know what I'm going to do? She's
Don't lie.
No, you both came to me. They actually both like got me like by the station, and Miss T wasn't even there to help me because she was late. As you guys know, she's late, yeah?
I'm always late, guys.
Yeah, so no, that was a joke. You was invited.
You know what? I've been trying to... Listen, if you're going to lose weight, buy one of these sweets because you cannot open it.
Do you want me to help
By the time I open this thing, my hunger would have done.
All right, okay.
You want to tease a child boy, get in that.
That's the whole point of this lollipop being small, innit? Just reduce the sugar intake and everything. So anyway, how you both doing? How you guys doing anyway?
Yeah, good. Really good, actually, right?
Yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah.
We're doing all right. I'm doing fine. I'm looking forward to today and delivering another season of the Extra Time Friday and having this wonderful young lady next to me to keep me in order.
Okay, so tell us about this show that you are in now, season 2, Extra Time Friday. What is Extra Time Friday?
So Extra Time Friday started from my radio program and it started at lockdown. So basically I was on... can I mention the station?
Yeah, of course you can mention the station.
I don't know because
you can't teeth our audience, but you can't mention the station.
I've seen some of the DJs, so don't worry about that.
Oh no, listen, no. All right, okay, guys, the show is now being cancelled.
Yeah, so regular on Supreme, and I had a Wednesday and a Thursday show, and basically the show during lockdown, a lot of the DJs didn't want to come in, presenters didn't want to come in due to various reasons and shielding and stuff like that. So me being a soldier, I said I covered a couple of more days, and I found myself the first couple of weeks doing 5 days a week, and actually 4 days a week, and one of the guys actually couldn't turn up on a Friday. So they rang me to do, Quincy, could you cover a Friday? So I said, yeah, I'll cover it. You know what I mean? It ain't be going nowhere. So I covered it. So the listeners are not used to me on a Friday. So I just said, today's Extra Time Friday. And it stuck.
Oh, wicked. Look at that.
Nice story.
So there's you being a blessing, and then you end up creating.
Yeah, and it was really weird because I covered the show, and then the management called me like 2 hours after the show, goes, do you want the show? I said, only with the blessing of the guy. You know what I mean? That's how I actually got on radio. Every show I've covered, I've taken it over.
That's crazy.
So I'll be doing drive time next week.
So basically, I didn't get the memo, right? But obviously, this is my last show. But Quincy's going to be here on ilive UK now, doing a Friday now. Okay, so is that you? So you're doing double shifts, yeah?
No, I leave that. This is too high class for me, mate. Yeah, so basically that's how it was born out of for my radio show, which I still currently do, and I just delivered. The show isn't about music; it's about conversations and various topics and interviewing people. So that's where it started from, and it's gone from strength to strength. So I've turned it to audio to visual.
Wow, that's I just love that, and I'm not even gonna lie. You see the season one was on point.
Absolutely.
You know, like I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still I've got to get over it. Let it go. You teeth my co-host. Like you proper teeth my co-host. Miss T,
Are you saying I'm stolen goods?
No, you're not stolen goods. Actually, you know what? Let me rephrase that. Boss Janelle is her own brand, yeah. So she's her own brand. Like,
but you know, I'm still part of the Now Chat Show family. Come on, are you dashing me out of the family?
No, you're not dash out of the family. You could never listen, babe. You know, see your name called BJ, Boss Janelle, right? For a reason. But
that means something completely different in East End.
All right, so we're gonna. You know what? All right.
We're still within the watershed.
Yeah, so we can't have them kind of
conversations. Fair enough.
Until after, what's it, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
No, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, okay
9
then.
PM, yeah, because kids go to bed at 9 o'clock. Really good.
Really, do they? What kid goes to bed at 9 these days?
I go to bed at 9.
Yeah, but hold on a second. What time is your show going on today?
9.
At 9. So you're going to be in bed watching it.
You'll be in
bed watching it. Okay, so how can our viewers actually tune in to tonight's show?
So tonight, if you go to the YouTube channel,
okay,
and you subscribe to Quincy's Comedy Lounge, and also go to the Facebook Extra Time Friday. Facebook as QCL Extra Time Friday, and it will be on there. And as soon as I get these links, I would post them out to all the social media platforms, and they can watch it via there. So this show, the season 1 was great, a learning experience, and very appreciative of it. And having Janelle, you came from like the third show, innit?
I think it was the third show.
The
first show you were co-hostless.
The second show was co-host. The first one was had a co-host, and then the second show co-host never turned up.
Oh.
And so I'm used to.
What do you do? Do you run them away or something?
No. I can tell you this right now. I put it on the record. That was nothing to do. I didn't even know the co-host lady. So
right.
That's
so
politics.
She was
okay.
You know, so she never turned up. So I done it myself, and then I was willing to do the show myself, but one of the guys said, "No, you need a lady." And then, and I remember I saw Janelle interviewing at the Legacy Gala.
What year?
It was the year, I think Angie Lamar was hosting.
Maybe
that. It's 2019.
Was it?
It was before lockdown. It was 2019.
So it's 2019.
Well,
yeah, it was.
Before, did she host that? Yeah,
it was in
West End.
West End, yeah, it was in West End.
Yeah, then
Neville Lawrence was there.
Okay, so for those who are listening and thinking, what is Legacy Gala? This is it's an annual event, right? And we're celebrating Black excellence. If you go over onto the Instagram or the social media and type in Legacy Gala, it is created by, is it Marlo?
Marlo, yeah.
Yeah, Marlo. So big up yourself,
God rest his brother.
Marlo.
Yes,
and his brother as well. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Big up to Marlo for creating that platform. So that's how you guys actually met, right?
No, we knew of each other because we got obviously mutual friends and stuff like that. And I actually felt, one of the few times, I actually felt like a proper stalker on social media.
Because I was,
because I didn't have Janelle's number, so I was reaching out to people. I swear I must have called you. But I reached out to a few people, and it seems really, because I was calling guys who I knew who was there, and I was like, you know that red skin girl, man,
red skin girl. Hold on a second.
Look, you see how he's describing me.
So just in case anybody wants to know, what do they mean by red skin girl? They mean somebody that's slightly lighter than a dark skinned person.
I suppose it's a black station.
Actually have other different ethnic minorities listening to the show. We can't just assume it's just black people. I'm just saying. Yeah. But anyway, going back to the topic.
So no, and it was really, for me, it was just more of a case of I was trying to reach out, and every guy I was calling, there was like, "What are you saying, Chris?" No, I want to have a conversation about a project. Yeah. And it was professional.
They weren't convinced.
And you know what? I had to check myself because, like, wow, this is the kind of guys I'm hanging around with. It's like, not every guy who wants to talk to a girl was also sliding to her DMs.
True talk.
Right?
True
Yeah.
talk.
Lies.
Hold on. I hope you're white. Anyway.
So,
yeah.
So basically, eventually got through, and Janelle called, and
I think you did you slide in the DMs in the end?
He slid.
I think I did. I did leave a message in the DM. I did slide in the DMs. Yeah. You know what I mean? That must be the most unsexiest DM slide ever. It's like, hello Janelle, would you like to be on the show?
And Janelle, you
it was like, right, there's no dick pic, nothing in it.
Yo, it's not 9 o'clock. We're always 10 minutes past the hour. That's fine.
Man's not asking me nothing sexy about do show. What kind of DM is this? What kind of Christian DM is this? But that's why she replied, because she's been raised well.
Yeah, of course.
So actually, you contacted me to come on as a guest, right? It was like, can you come on as a guest co-host?
That's what I told you, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that was a lie.
It was a blatant lie.
It was working brain.
I was proper finessing.
Ladies, are you listening?
Mm-hmm. Well, it worked anyway, because season 1 down, season 2 later, I'm still here.
And if I'll be honest as well, it's like, as much as I know that I can do probably the show myself, but I don't think I can do the show without Janelle. You know what I mean? It's to a point we can go and do our separate things, and Janelle is not tied to the show.
Yeah.
But it just, people have got used to it, and you know what I mean? And there are this is just a start. This is, even though it's season 2, it's just a start. There are things that I want to do with Extra Time Friday, which I want, Janelle is good enough to do her own thing. You know what I mean? And I've always said to Janelle that use this opportunity as a platform to go and do your thing, and don't let no one start for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
So that's it. And she's mad talented, so I'm working with her for that.
Thank you. I'm in a room full of talent here, so, you know, we're among good friends.
Now, do you know what it is? I always say to we're all around the circuit and stuff like that, and one of the things I recognised is that big DJs or presenters is like, we hold on to this kind of fame or ghetto fabulous, and it's like we don't want to let go. It's like, no, I still want to bust. But sometimes I haven't passed my sell by date, but sometimes when you can give someone an opportunity, I always give people chances. I always give people opportunities, whether they're brand new comics, presenters, DJs, whatever. And all I say to them, look, if they go past me, that means, like, I'm doing my job.
Come on.
You know what I mean? I'm doing my job, and all I say is to recognise, because we're in an industry where there's bare gatekeepers.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And unfortunately, when the industry grabs our talent, they surround them, and there's no look-ins. So, you know what I mean? And like, I'm breaking that mold. I'm breaking that mold. You know what I mean? It's like all I say to them: if you come through myself or anybody around me, just recognize and just pass it down to the next generation.
Yeah, because that's what it's all about. It's really literally about passing that baton, passing a legacy. And what I love what you just said, Quincy, is if that person goes past you, you've done your job. And that's, well, I'm kind of paraphrasing it, but in terms, that shows that you're selfless. You're not like this kind of person, oh, because of me, that's why. It's not about you, because everybody is a part of that person's purpose. Do you know what I mean? Some for a reason, for a season, some may be going with you for the whole extent of that journey, but we have to understand that we don't own anybody.
Standard.
Do you know what I mean? We are responsible for our own self and our own journey.
If Janelle turned around to me tomorrow and said, right, look, there's an opportunity was came along, you know what I mean? I'm not going to say, whoa, do your thing in it.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
No, I appreciate that. And do you know what? I just want to broaden that kind of conversation and statement to say that it's not just yourself, Quincy, who is of that ethos. You yourself, Kaz, are, because you have opened up now Chat Show not only to myself, but to Miss T and Andre Fernandez Fly and Kwame and so many other people. And I'm super, super grateful for that. And that is the real testament of somebody who is not only selfless, but whose blessings will multiply. Because
Amen.
we need, you know, we aren't just here, or shouldn't just be here for ourselves. It is about creating those onward opportunities for other people, like you said, Quincy. And you know, for yourself, Quincy, so many comedians have come through your gateway. And have gone on to achieve great things, but you are the foundation, and so we must recognise the foundation of where people are coming from. So I want to say thanks to you, Quincy, but also thanks so much to my sister queen here.
Definitely, man.
Kaz Mac.
Yay.
Big up myself, you know. Hold on. Let me give myself a little. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. I just want to thank my mom, my dad, and God Almighty for giving me this time right now. Okay, it's done. All right, so
I thought you were going to take a bow there.
I was, but then I thought maybe not. I'll do that bit later on. You get me? So
Quincy, want to pry into your business little piece?
Yeah.
Want to know a bit? Want to know a
Won't
bit?
be the first or the last.
I know a bit about your background. Like, did you make your parents laugh, cry? Were you class clown? Tell us a bit.
Do you know what? It's really, I was never a class clown. You know, I was a bully.
you was a what? Quincy, really?
Yeah, I was like.
I know, shocking.
Yeah, I say bully. Like I used to bully. Not like I'll beat you up if you don't walk on the same side. It was like I was a bully between 12 and 1 lunchtime.
So basically, you just want food, right?
Yeah, and do you know what? My ignorance was on a Friday, because that's when I used to serve apple crumble and custard.
Oh, okay.
So on a Friday, I used to literally walk up to other young guys in my peer group and tell them, "You don't want that, do you?" They used to give the portions they used to give was so small. I was like,
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Didn't they allow you to go for seconds in your school?
No, my school was black, man. That didn't say that. My school is that
You get what you get while you can.
Yeah, it's just it. That's it. You get one. That's it.
Did you
My
have
school was
lumpy
run by the
custard?
council, man. You get one offer for the flat. If you refuse it, you get dash out.
What about the custard? Was it lumpy?
Nah, this is what I mean.
It was good.
It was on point. It was on point.
They did it on
to
purpose.
the point. It's like I knew one of the cooks, because I used to go primary school with a daughter, so she used to always hook me up to a point. But
connection.
But I was
lunch, you know.
Listen,
Inside hookup, you know.
Inside
Hookup in the kitchen.
yeah. So she used to hook me up, or I used to get advance notice what kind of food there was, and
Hold on, you get the menu in advance.
So basically, yeah. So now in school, I was never like a. I was known. I was a lad, but I was never a joker. I was never like the class clown. I just didn't have time for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was basically me.
Well, you didn't want the licks when you got home.
So what?
You didn't want them Bayesian licks when you got home. What did you learn today, boy?
Yeah, it's true.
I made
Yeah.
the teacher laugh.
It's kind of weird. It's like my dad, God rest his soul, like he used to ask me like how was school and all that, and I knew if I was bad, to get out of the licks, I used to talk racing. My dad used to bet gamble, so I used to say,
Hold on.
You distracted him.
Yeah, I distracted him. Yes,
Nice.
I do the Betfred right Jello mind trick on my dad. So if he used to get if you get a phone call or letter, I said, look, what is this thing I hear you mess around in school? And I used to say to him, your dad, you know Sugar? If he thought you're Kempton, he goes, yes, Sugar. What about the horse? You know that he's a thoroughbred and blah blah. And my dad, yes, that is why you use my son. You sit down.
And then you get some more custard.
Yeah. Don't worry about the maths. Just do these maths. Calculate this.
What's the odds? Yeah.
Yeah, what's the odds of this and the Fahrenheit and things? Yeah, so yeah, my mum and dad, my dad was more of the educational side,
Right.
and he was bang hot on the maths, only because of the horses.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So just go make sure.
I knew fractions. So that's the only thing I could do in maths. Fractions. I knew fractions.
What about algebra?
Huh? No. Fractions. I knew it was like a 9 to 2, a 4 to 1 favorite, accumulate. I knew all that because of my dad. You know what I mean? I tell the teachers, if you're doing a pie chart, you might as well do that as an accumulator. I'll get it then. And why are you putting stuff on the chalkboard for? You might, unless you write that as 340 at Lansdowne and put the horse's name and the odds, I ain't getting that sum.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, so when did your comedian journey start? But it looked like it started from there.
Listen, the fact that I'm Bajan, that's from you pop out as a Bajan heritage child, the comedy's already there. You know what I mean? So I think my family is, you know what I mean, and this is why I say to anybody, you know what I mean, it's so important to talk to different generations in your family, and especially the Windrush generation. There's characters in all of African and Caribbean households, and like my family's no different to anybody else's family if there's from Dominica or Lucia or anything like that in Jamaica. So I think that the comedy was around me. I used to, most of the majority of my comedy was my dad, but it was one of them was a big influence on my comedy is my uncle. He's because he was a stutterer. It's just start with a Bajan accent is like the hardest thing. It's just like it's hard enough to understand you Bajan, you know, and you stuttering as a Bajan. No, he's dying. It's like, all right.
All right, so anybody that stutters,
Yes.
you know, like, yeah.
If you're stuttering Bajan, then no one's never gonna understand you. I tell you right now.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
You better ask Janelle some questions, okay?
Is it any wonder we get through like a whole episode of the show?
that's why you was there, babe. That's why you're there.
Honestly, all good though.
Okay, so Jay, right? So culturepreneur. What is that? What does that mean?
Well, you know what? It is a term that I was inspired to come. Well, it kind of just came to me. So, one of our now chat show family, Kwame, is an authorpreneur. Mm-hmm. So he has created a business around the fact that he is an author, and he helps people to become authors, and he guides people through kind of, you know, their kind of writing a book or a novel or whatever journey. So I love culture, everything to do with culture, music, you know, food, everything to do with our culture, music, food, just the way that we dress, fashion, that's what I was looking for, fashion, everything and anything to do with culture. And I realized that not only do I love it, but I am good at creating events and things associated with that. So I combine my passion for culture with making it into a business, and there I came up with the term culturepreneur. So it's what I do. I find cultural opportunities and events and get involved and put them on for the enjoyment of all of our community.
I love that because of recent you done you was obviously involved in City Splash. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about that with London Rockers as well, because that was a massive event, and obviously I had the honour of working alongside in your team as well with Artist Liaison. So if you can just tell us, our listeners, etc., a bit more about City Splash and how that opportunity actually came about.
Yeah, so back to me kind of working in music. I was managing an artist a few years ago. a couple of years ago, and I met Rockers LDN. One half is Ben and the other half is Biggs. And they were involved in a festival that the artist I was managing was performing at. And, you know, the festival was great, and they had a City Splash stage at that festival, right? And in that kind of moment on that day, it was a great event. They created the City Splash stage, which was reggae, and then we got on so well and loved the way that each other worked that we kind of stayed in touch, and I've been working with them ever since. So when City Splash Reggae Festival came up, it was only natural that they asked me to get involved, and yeah, so City Splash, the first City Splash was earlier this year. As you said, Kaz, you were on the team with a few others doing some artist liaison, and we did a great job. But it was just phenomenal. It's the biggest reggae festival in the UK since probably in about 30 years.
Yeah, it's for me, I actually went there because when I saw the name City Splash, it reminded me of Sunsplash when I was a child, and it used to be over in Crystal Palace. I was never allowed to go. No, but I could hear it. And so from a child, I've always wanted to go to a reggae festival. Yeah. Never happened until I went to City Splash, and oh my days, I can't wait for the one in Brixton next year. Brookwell 6 stages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over 60 artists. So that's a really nice story that you've told there, because actually, yes, Sunsplash was probably the last biggest reggae event over 30 years ago in London. So to create this reggae event, I think this year we had about 10,000 people. Yeah. But next year the date is announced. It's the 29th of May, and it is 18,000 people. So almost double the capacity. And guess what, guys? It's in Brockwell Park. So right in the heart of Brixton, easy to get to. And we are super excited
Tickets have been released.
Tickets have been released. That's right, Miss T. Tickets have been released. So if you want to get yourself signed up for early bird tickets, I suggest you do. Early bird tickets are available. Just go to City Splash Fest on Instagram, and you can get yourself signed up through the link in their bio. But yeah, super excited for next year. Some good names that will be announced in the next few weeks coming up. So yes, guys.
Is Vibes Cartel going to be there?
Well, unless he gets day release, and also,
but they're doing that for the truck drivers, right?
What day release?
That's why I asked. The HMV drivers.
But they're banged up here. He's banged up abroad, mate. He won't just need day release. He'll need clearance. He'll need a visa. He'll need to sweet up Pretty Patel. Don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't put nothing past Vibes, you know.
But listen, if Vibes was on the anything, let me just say, anything is possible. That's right. Anything is possible. Just watch this space, guys. And if you want to be around for City Splash, get yourself signed up for tickets now.
Yeah, it's big. It's big days. I'm looking forward to that. Any soca artists going to be there?
That's a good question.
I said that because there's like a crossover.
There is a crossover because, you know, there's going to be Afrobeats. I'm a piano. It's going to be there too. So there's quite a possibility that it could be a soca artist. So watch this space.
Oh, okay. See, it's all good, isn't it?
All you soca fans out there, don't think we've left you out.
Okay.
You Walk Up fans.
Cook it up.
Walk Up Hard Wine.
Hard Wine. All right, yeah.
We've got a new one now, don't we? We got Brawling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see?
So what's Brawling?
Oh, see, you don't know?
You know, I don't really do. Yeah.
You don't know Cockney, you don't know Brawling.
Listen, just allow me, yeah. I know about, listen, I was one of those children that was not allowed out anywhere, and I have to educate later on in life. And no, I don't really like soca music, I'm just saying.
Really?
All right,
so basically, when I went to Barbados for the weekend.
You went to Barbados for a weekend?
Yeah.
What kind of...
No.
Let me see your bank account. That's my bank account deep.
Can I just say something? This is when I was hot gal back in my days. You get me? Like,
it ain't changed.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, so basically, some guy took me away for the weekend.
Yeah?
And he took me to Barbados.
Friday.
What was his name? Nino Brown?
No.
You're going to do big high rollers.
I swear down. And he took me to Barbados on Friday, and I came back home on Tuesday morning. He just took me for a quick weekend.
He kept that one quiet.
Hang on a minute. So you met a guy and he took you to Barbados for the weekend.
Yeah.
You just met him or you were dating?
Well, it's kind of a really complicated story.
We're here for it.
It's not complicated, sweetheart. A man took you.
Go on, come on. You met your match.
If a man take
met
you
your
to...
match.
Right.
Yeah, and he told me, don't worry about no money. You don't need nothing.
Oh, wow.
Just pack your bag. And I literally just done that and brought my passport and I just turned up.
All right, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, people, yeah? So when a man says that, right, to a woman, or just like that, I'm going to take you away for... Me and you said that. I'm going to take you away for the weekend. Don't worry about money, all right? The first thing, most women are going to think, oh my God, take Barbados with me. They're not thinking, there's no safeguarding, nothing. There's I already know this man.
No, I did my research.
All she heard was Barbados weekend.
But I did my research. I called my cousins, I called my people them, and I said, look, this guy's going to take me. What do you think? It's such and such a person's cousin, blah, blah, blah. Did like my old research. We did a research.
You could do research, yeah, but when you're in that room together, when you're in a hotel together, it was safe, yeah?
It was safe. It was safe.
Did you share the bed?
We shared a room.
I ain't take you Barbados. We shared
We shared a room. We shared a room. Remember,
you better swim back to England.
I swam with the turtles, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He took you to Barbados.
Yeah, for the weekend.
My God.
He ain't Bajan.
No, he actually isn't. But
He's
not
proper trying to
Bajan.
get the detail.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
He's Jamaican.
Because I know he's Jamaican. Yeah, he ain't Bajan because he ain't take you to Barbados for a weekend.
Why?
Hold on. A Jamaican man done that.
So what are you trying to say?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jamaican men do that. Jamaican men are romantic. No, she said Jamaican, not a yardie. She said Jamaican.
So he could have been a yardie.
No, he wasn't. You know damn well he wasn't because you wouldn't have gone.
Yeah, so basically going back to the story about Barbados, we went to the Gap and we was going to go to, we went to some stage show and it was some other like soca kings or whatever. And I'm not going to lie, man, I just looked and I was like, what is this?
What? And you didn't pay nothing?
No, you know what it is? When I got there, I'm not, look, don't take no offense. When I got to the airport, right? I just thought I was in yards because it just came like I was in Jamaica, the whole vibes, everything. And I see the man then with the locks, like you got your locks and everything. And then when the man talk and it's like, yeah, it sounded like he was singing. So I thought, is he serious? This is the guy's accent. And I started laughing. And then from then, it was just a joke to me. I was like, is this for real? And then I was in a taxi with a guy and I thought he looked like Garnet Silk. And then I realised, and then he had an accent. And I was like, okay.
So you prefer the accent? Yo, we want to talk to you.
Yes! Wait, I said my size. Yeah, me love all them. Come girl, you want one of these?
Oh my God.
You want some macaroni and cheese or you want some flying fish or no, I just know, bro.
Did he that for you?
No, it just didn't turn me on.
You know what they tell you is to communicate.
Babe, like just that, like yeah. So how does the Bajan have that accent? Can you
Actually,
yeah.
The accent is very west of, so Bath, Western-super-Mare, that kind of settlers were in Barbados a lot.
Right.
So if you go to parts of Devon or Western-super-Mare and those kind of places, you would hear little similarities in the accent, similar to obviously you hear Irish dialects in some of the Jamaican accent. So that is where probably where the accent and the twang probably picked up. You know what I mean? And if you know what, it's the time. Let me shut my mouth.
So it's a bit like
gonna go
Charlie
there.
Williams. You know the footballer, and he was like the first black British.
For Doncaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like with him. I mean, obviously this is Black History Month as well. I didn't really know much about this black comedian that obviously made it into mainstream, and finding out that he's from Barbados as well and everything else, and he was known for the accent, etc.
His accent would have been.
Was it Yorkshire?
Because he grew up in Yorkshire, so it would have softened. You know what I mean, softened more when he came in. He served in the army as well, so it would have softened as well. But you do find the connection with Barbados and the UK is quite strong. It's come down now. I mean, our Prime Minister has literally got rid of the Queen now.
Yeah.
So
Come on.
Yep.
And
Not literally. Don't put your prime minister. Don't put your country in trouble. Not literally got rid of the Queen, as in disposed of her
but just
somewhere.
right, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
No, we do. But
she's not head of state there.
not- she's not head of
right,
state,
she's
no.
not the head of state.
My mum is now.
Okay.
No, so yeah, so Charlie Williams and that as a guy. I mean, it's prominent Bajans who've done great things in the world. And if you know, the first mayor in London was a Bajan guy.
Yeah, because is it what's his Jack was talking about that as well, and he got a plaque as well, right?
That's right,
Yeah.
in Battersea.
And what's he? Is it Archer? Is it the surname Archer?
That's right, John Archer.
Yeah.
John Archer. See, you know, yeah. See, you would have learned that. You learned that in Barbados for that weekend you went away.
I just learned about macaroni and cheese and fish and turtles.
Ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Right, this mac cheese.
I want
How
to date.
is
I want to
it?
date that geezer.
Mate, I want to find that geezer. I don't even have contact with him anymore.
Yeah, because he got what he wanted, and he did that. He got what he wanted. He took you away from everybody.
Actually, he didn't get what he wanted.
Nah, I'm not talking about that.
What was that?
Yeah.
What am I
He
talking
wanted.
about?
What
What am I talking about?
I'm talking about. He got you away. He wanted to convert you to soca. That's why he took you away.
He didn't even like soca.
He didn't like soca.
He's Jamaican.
Jamaica's like soca.
Jamaicans
Byron
look- Yeah,
Lee.
they do.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Do you know what? Like this whole non-love of soca, I think to really experience the vibes of soca, you have to be immersed in either like a fete in Trinidad or Tobago or somewhere properly. And then remember I said to you, come Trinidad with
you
me
did.
and then chat to me about
it's
soca.
true.
No, it's true. 100%.
Really?
You would appreciate soca if you go to like Trinidad or Barbados, to the point. I mean, I know you've been Barbados, but go to a fete. The crop over, but the lead up to crop over, you will love it. It's literally just a fast version of a Stone Love.
Well, I'm happy if anybody wants to take myself and Kaz and convert us and show us that we should love soca, we're available, okay?
For a weekend or longer?
Oh, no, I don't want to do a weekend.
I could
I've got to
do
go
5
longer.
days.
Yeah.
See, they were like, who the hell is Kim? They dance to that.
Who? What's that?
Who the hell is Kim? What foolishness you darking?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't
Mate,
even
I don't
really
You
even
don't dance to that? Oh, you're
I'm so glad you...
you're proper soca racist,
I'm
boy.
not saying like I know soca racist.
I don't
That's
actually
proper
know.
soca racist.
But I think as we
that-
talk,
What is that
Yeah.
thing?
TC.
No, but is that Bajan soca or what?
Yeah, it's Bajan soca.
That's why they don't know it.
Yeah, that's why we don't
No
know
shade,
it.
but
You
you know.
see, Janelle's been educating me about Trinidadian like soca artists.
Yeah, one of the biggest artists in the world is from Trinidad.
Marshall.
Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall's bad. I like Marshall.
But the other guy, the Locks, is married to Fianne. Bunji Garden.
Yeah, Bunji is great.
He's
Bunji.
you find a lot of the Trinity artists now. I've crossed over to some of the rappers and done stuff with Busta Rhymes and some of the rappers from the 90s. I mean, Bunji Garden has done that. He crossed over the music, even though Marshall's like the Don. You know what I mean?
He's the super don. I mean, he started about the age of 7 or 8.
Yeah, he's basically like a Sammy Davis Jr. Isn't he? Like from earlier.
Great. When I was a kid, my dad loves his soca. Big up to my dad, by the way. And as kids, we would listen to Marshall Montana's one of his first tracks when he was a kid, under the age of 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my dad would play it. And then years and years later,
Yeah.
he's still in the game and he's leading
That's
in the
amazing.
game. Yeah.
From when you guys were kids. So how old is this? How old is Marshall?
He's that age, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's
he's
even age. Damn, he's age.
No, he's
So maybe it's all that.
He's about. He's about.
He's in his 40s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's about early 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Early 40s. So he started young.
Proper young.
So a bit like Beanie Man started. Really
Yeah,
young,
like
that
Beanie Man.
kind of place, right?
I knew. It's really weird because when I get a chance to talk to him, because I remember Beanie Man from 9 years old talking on Black Scorpio.
Oh really?
When he was chatting for Black Scorpio, like on the yard tapes.
Hold on. Did you say when you get to speak to him, what is he going to be a guest?
Oh,
It's in the it's out in the universe. It's out in the universe.
So Moses, we look forward to see upon.
no, because I've seen a lot of interviews with Beanie Man since he's been there, and it's like they're not. I mean, you got to ask him questions, but like, people want to know, like, you know, he's a superstar. Like, on the sound systems he used to go and he used to cut dubs, and these are the kind of questions that we're going to pose. I mean, it's like when he was on his relationship with Black Scorpio, and you know, what I mean, chatting from 7 years
Yeah,
old.
because that's deep. That's getting to the foundation of conversation. I think what we have been hearing in terms of conversation, I'm not dissing anybody with the interviews, it's quite surface.
Yeah.
So sometimes you want to get right down to the foundation. How did it start? How did the journey start? It's a bit like Freddie McGregor as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Learning about him when he started from such a young person age as well. So it's interesting because sometimes I think we just look at individuals and we think they just got here kind of thing, but it started from since there was like, before they were even 10.
all of them. I mean, that's why I always have a love for reggae music and to the reggae artists because enough of them started as youngsters and they was mixing with them grown man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the likes of Little Lenny, you know what I mean? You imagine Buju, like when he was like out there. I know obviously the Boom Bye Bye was his like the tracks before that was he was 19, but he was doing stuff way before that.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's how they cut their teeth, and I would say that's a lot where I've picked up from, lots of the Marshall Montanas when they've been nurtured. I had guys who I used to, who were like look up to, and I was their understudy. So like, if it wasn't, I'd say this now, if it wasn't for like Polito Don or Special Touch, I wouldn't be here. The late Riddler, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Listen,
Why would you not be here?
because those guys took me under their wing when I was acting out and being wild.
Right.
And this is what I tell young people, they took me under their wing. And they basically, we used to do our thing, but it was like there was a respectful fear there because I knew that if I stepped out of line, those guys like
They'll chop you back in line.
yeah, chop me up.
So in a way,
Chop
so were they like mentoring you in a certain sense?
Yeah, there was mentoring indirectly without telling me that it was mentors.
Right.
So Riddler, God rest his soul, used to chat for Unity sound system, and he was half Bajan, so that was our connection.
Right.
And he looked at me like I was his young'un. So if I stepped out, you know what I mean, and you knew that the youngsters, my generation at the time, were doing craziness, you know what I mean, like the young people now. But it was like going home to my parents again. So the likes of the Politos and Riddlers and all that, they used to literally say to me, like, fix me up, but it was harsh.
Right.
Tough love. So I know Quincy, because you and I have got some history. So saying
When you say history, that doesn't sound right, you know.
what do you mean?
Where's your mind at?
Do you know what I mean? Come back.
Come back. Cast back to earth. Okay, continue.
Right. So, Quincy, one of my questions was going to be about mentoring and if you had been mentored. So you've answered that question. What about you now? Because it's impacted, can hear the impact that it's had on you. Do you give back to the boys in our community?
Yeah. Basically, I'm at a couple of schools which I help out. I've taken some young people. So the plan of Extra Time Fridays is, well, not just to put on the shows. Eventually, I will purchase a place and I will get some young people to come along to the recordings of the shows to help out. You know what I mean? Just to put them in an environment, like a media environment. That will happen. And it's the things I have to put things in place first. So I've gone out of my way and helped some young people who've gone down avenues which we don't want them to go down. And I will handle them like a bigger brother, and it should be. I mean, there is that respect, and I'm not a stickler for like, safeguarding. No, if my youth is messing up, you know what I mean, I'm gonna hold up in his throat.
Yeah.
And
but sometimes that's the language that they understand.
Right, and it's like some young people, they because they know that. Look, let's just keep it real. When you've got someone who lives in the halfway across London who has no interaction with the inner cities, and they I'm just doing this for children. No, you're not. And there's no relationship. So when the youngsters, the boys I mentor, or I don't say mentor, the boys I'm with, they know that I will flick them with a towel. I will wet. I listen. What are you doing? I will
That's old school punishment. Wet towel with a flick.
But you're just hypothetically speaking, right? Or would you actually?
No. 'Cause they will. They try it. I've taken the boys, because a lot of the youngsters, like, they will always he fights a lot. So because I box, I've taken him to the gym
as well.
Yeah, box. Yes, I've taken the gym.
Hold on, so you DJ, you're a comedian, you're a boxer, you're a mentor. Lord.
Yeah, but because I've had to box because to get my money from the promoters. Nothing to do with fitness.
Yeah, come on, yeah,
It weren't to do with custody either, right?
Nah, yeah. But it's really, for me, it's like I take them boys because sometimes.
Hold on. We should say silent in the studio. 10 to 5, ladies and gents.
Yeah, sorry. This is the thing.
I'm going to help him out a little bit here because, guys, just to let you know that we are heading straight from here and we are going to the live streaming of the first episode of Extra Time Friday. So I think the director was trying to...
Yeah, he's trying to call me in.
He's trying to log in. So you have to give him permission.
Yeah, so basically...
When it pops up again, give him permission. Otherwise, he'll call you again.
Yeah, sorry, Vic. Yeah, so I've taken some young people to the gym.
Okay.
And I've said, you love fight, yeah? Okay then. Here's some gloves. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've put them in the corner. That's how James Brown learned to move his foot.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? So it's controlled and it's really in that boxing gym. It is literally people respect people's space. There's no egos in there because it gets knocked out of you. So this is, like I said, the wet towel thing, because they do try it, they play fight. Yeah, I'll flick a wet towel. Just let them know, listen, don't take the mick, mate. Yeah, but it comes from a good place. It's not come from...
They need those boundaries, though. I've recently just started sending my son to boxing. It's the best thing that I've ever done. Absolutely best thing, because he wants to go, because he likes to play fight, but he doesn't know how to fight. So giving him that kind of structure and discipline, I think a lot of young boys need to do that.
It's a discipline and respect, isn't it, with boxing? Yeah,
And
it really instills
And
that.
it putting the energy somewhere else as well.
That's right.
Yes.
And it also helps the mannerisms around young girls.
Oh, is that so? How so?
Yeah, because there is look, how you carry yourself in that ring is how you carry yourself on the street. So when you meet a young girl and you like them, you're not just going to be rough with them. You know what I mean? Because you know, well, I'm not rough in this ring. I can meet my match. And young girls chill out. They chill them out. So they I think that there isn't that interaction. So it's like, okay, I like this girl, so I'm going to handle myself in a respectful way and show them, what could happen in between that. It could happen, but it just the boxing shows a discipline. Because if you could show respect for your trainer or your opponent, you could show that to a young girl.
Yeah, but you're going to show respect to your trainer who's cussing you off and telling you about yourself.
No, but it's not just in the ring; it's outside of the ring. It's how you carry it, because you're representing the gym. You're representing where you're training. So when you leave the family home, your name, your surname is like you're carrying your parents' surname. Don't disrespect it. So if you're a boxer and you're training, going somewhere, and if I meet you, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I could be cocky and laddish and that. But at the end of the day, if you know I'm from the Peacock Gym or whatever affiliated, there's like I'm representing that name. So yeah,
because you're a representation of that gym, right? Gotcha. Okay, guys, the time is now 5:53, and we know that you guys are gonna go real soon. But I do want to go into your 10 minutes. I thought you was leaving at 6:30.
I got to leave it.
I'll be staying. He's got to go.
Yeah,
okay. Well, I'm gonna play one of your tracks. Yeah. Well, not your track, like you wrote the track, but.
Okay, I'll stay.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming.
Okay, so Quincy, a change is gonna come. Sam Cooke. Now, every time we have guests in the studio, we always ask them to tell us their favorite tracks and give the reason why. So, if you can let us know why Sam Cooke, a change is gonna come.
I chose Sam Cooke because one, that genre of music was music which I've grown up listening to with my dad, and my dad made me appreciate the likes of Sam Cooke's and Otis Reddings and the James Browns, and like just as you get older, you appreciate what he was singing and where we was at as a community, and like whenever I hear these tunes, like I'm very open. Like these make me cry.
Yeah.
These mean something, and I think that is what a lot of our young people are missing out. These guys sang from the soul.
Yeah, they sing from experience.
Yeah,
They're living it.
And I chose that main track as you're playing it now because he says change is going to come, and he sang that way back in the 60s.
Yeah.
And we're in 2022, and we're still singing it.
We're still singing it.
Yeah.
You brought
Sorry
us to
about
the
that.
future. We went 22. We said bye to 21 already.
Yeah.
Oh, did you reach
Yeah,
22?
you reached 22. You actually said 2022.
So a change is going to come in 2022.
So, guys, we are still in 2021. But if you are listening to this and it's 2022, then, we're still waiting for change to come. But you know what I love about your relationship, and God rest your father's soul, is your dad just sounds amazing.
My dad is really... my dad... And he ain't no different. Like I said, there's characters within our community. And my dad was a betting man, but I know ultimately, like he didn't need to express himself by hugs and kisses. It was his actions, and it's you take for granted that my dad was a strong man, and like when he went, it was I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this strong man just passed away. During the time where a lot of people in around the world were passing, it weren't COVID, but it was like my dad was an ox, and the day he passed, I actually saw him that day, and he was literally carrying shopping, and this is why I always say to young people, talk to your parents. You know what I mean? And I actually filmed my father the month or October about his life, and I've got that, and I've still got that, and I'm so glad. So even when I look at it now, you know what I mean, it's just like I'm so glad I did it because my grandchildren could see that.
Yeah,
that's so precious.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we're gonna move over to Aretha Franklin.
I won't give it up. Why don't you let it be? Still water run deep. Yes, it do. I know that. Oh, yeah. If you only believe.
You're listening to ilive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. ilive Radio.
This is Blaze, and you're listening to ilive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
What up, though? This is your girl, Coco St. James, hailing all the way from Detroit, Michigan, USA, and you're listening to ilive Radio, changing the way you listen to music.
This is Angela Johnson, and you're listening to ilive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Are you looking for that feel-good music? The kind of music that makes you want to share with your friends? Then you've been looking for ilive Radio, your #1 source for music lovers worldwide, playing a variety of hits from soul, reggae, gospel, jazz, hip-hop, funk, and everything in between. Download the ilive Radio app now and listen to us when you're on the go. Available on iTunes and the Google Play Store. You can also listen live on TuneIn and Alexa. ilive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Zims, and I'm inviting you to join me for choir practice every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. on ilive UK. Choir practice will be bringing you music from a variety of groups, choirs, and solo artists, everything from Mississippi Mass Choir to House Gospel Choir. So join me Mondays, 7 to 8 p.m. on ilive UK. Told you I was coming.
Works with V Swizzle. She's a hip-hop geek influenced by Dilla Beats. Tune into her show each and every Monday, 8 till 10 p.m. on ilive Radio UK, where the vibe is funky, chunky beats interwoven with lost funk hits for sound innovation. This is Lightworks with V Swizzle on ilive Radio UK.
Tune in to JC's Progressive Soul every Monday, 10 till midnight with me, JC. Playing the best in soul and soulful hip-hop, from the classic to the rare, blended with the neo and progressive, celebrating legends past and present. That's JC's Progressive Soul, every Monday, 10 p.m. till midnight.
We're starting up, now we're on our way.
Hi, I'm DJ Illusion. Join me every Tuesday between 7 and 9 p.m. UK time, right here on ilive Radio with The Flashback Show, changing the way you listen to music.
Yeah, ilive Radio.
The Flashback Show, across the World Wide Web.
ilive Radio.
The days when the nights we
Yo. Remember to look into the Marvelous Show every Wednesday, 7 till 9. Well, I'll be playing R&B, hip-hop, bashment, garage, you name it, some of the old school classics. And I'll also be bringing you some new stuff as well. So you know what to do. Look in the Marvelous Show till 9. Yeah, look in the Marvelous Show Wednesdays. ilive Radio.
ilive UK want to hear from you. You can get involved by calling us on 0208 638 8503, or you can send a WhatsApp message, text only, to 07 564 265 257. You can watch us live on YouTube and Mixcloud, and whenever you miss a show, you can listen back via Apple and Google Podcasts. Don't forget to download our ilive Radio network app from the Google Store and take us on the road with you. It's ilive UK across all platforms, changing the way you listen to radio.
You're listening to ilive Radio.
ilive Radio.
ilive Radio.
Changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Now Chat Show.
When everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. I wish I had a witness tonight. Said he saw the best in me. I guess I'm the only one that got this testimony. When everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Can I tell y'all one more time? I said he saw the best in me. when everyone else around could only see the worst in me. I wish I had a witness tonight. All I need is one. Hey, he saw the best in me. When everyone else around me, yeah. Everyone else could only see the worst in me. Does anybody have that testimony? When folk walked you off, said you would never make it, what did he see? He saw the best in me. When everyone else around me, yes. Everyone else around could only see the worst in me. Can I tell y'all one more thing? I just need to tell you one more thing. Listen to this. See, he's mine, and I am his. It doesn't matter what I did. He only sees me for who I am. Does anybody know that tonight? Oh, see, he is mine, and I am his. Said it doesn't matter what I did. See, he only sees me for who I am. Help me sing it. The girl said that he is mine.
Woo! Yes, it's now 6 minutes by the hour of 6. We are live at ilive UK. It's your girl Kazmac alongside Miss T and our beautiful guest Quincy, the comedian, and Janelle Raeburn, and we also have Fernandez Fly. Right under us we do have Marvin Sapp, The Best in Me. So Quincy,
Yeah.
talk to us about Marvin Sapp. This track here, I'm like a fan of Marvin Sapp, I will say that.
This track here was when I first was doing breakfast shows, and I was going through some troubles where you find that when well, me personally, a guy of a bit of a size, and people judge you, and this goes against reminding of my father as well. You know what I mean? They always saw the best in me, and other influential men in my life, regardless of what people thought of me and how they judged me, they just saw the best in me. So whenever I'm at that place, I'll always put on a Marvin Sapp, and just say, look, regardless of what people think of you or what kind of attitudes they have towards you, there's always someone out there who sees the best in you. So,
Amen, amen. I love that. Yes.
Everyone else around could only see the worst in me.
I wish I had a witness tonight. That may be somebody
Ooh,
else's testimony.
you know what? I feel like going to preaching mode because that's the thing when you listen to like Marvin Sapp and you listen to any of those gospel artists out there, it just brings you to this place of no matter what the world thinks of you,
yeah,
the Almighty.
And for me, as much as like we can have our issues about church and stuff like that, but it's a grounding for me.
Yeah,
gospel's a grounding for me, and I'll always listen to, as much as we listen to the words, but it's like the place it's coming from.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's a grounding. So I can listen to a vibes, or I can listen to a Marshall Montana, and go and do my madness musically. But at some point, I need to take center.
Yeah.
And this track here is one of many.
Yeah. I mean, normally when I listen to Marvin Sapp, I'm actually surprised I'm not wilding because it really just speaks to my spirit, and it just makes me realize that, you know what, no matter what, he always sees the best in you.
That's right.
You know,
yeah.
And anybody that may be going through any challenges right now, just know that there is a creator that created you for purpose. No matter what you've done, you're always forgiven, and he always sees the best in you regardless of what anybody says. So have hope in that, because that's what I'm leaning on right now, trust me. Yeah. All
100.
right, so you're going to be going real soon.
Yes, I am.
So before you go,
yes,
what is the prize that you're going to be giving for our competition?
I didn't think.
Have you got an event coming up? Like, can we get like a pair ticket or something?
Yeah, do you know what? I've got a few events coming up, but what I do, I would be in touch.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would be in touch with the gang and like let you know, like give away a pair of tickets for this. I've got a Christmas event. No, do you know what I do? The last show of Extra Time Friday, I will invite a pair of people to come down to the studio.
Guys, I hope you're listening because we're going to be doing a competition real soon. So before you go, can you just tell us, you know, like you've been a comedian for what, 20 years now? Over 20 years?
20 years, yeah.
So you're like, so hold on a second.
I'm 50.
You're 50? How are you 50?
To the chase. Get straight to the point.
Okay, so all right, so that's how are you 50? Like you don't even look 50.
My parents had sex in 1969.
Listen, yo. I didn't need all that information, but what I'm trying to say, listen, Quincy, I'm trying to give you compliments out here. My man just like shutting me down.
How about 50?
I was just about to say you look good for your age.
No, I not just me. I think most guys of melanin persuasions.
No, not all. No,
but Quincy, you look after yourself, like you've told us.
Yeah, do you know what? I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
And the training has helped.
Mm-hmm.
And I do watch. I mean, there's biscuits here, but I watch what I eat.
A full pack of Oreos.
So hold on, is that full pack for you? I thought that was for everyone to
share.
share.
No, it's everybody. My man put it here. I mean, I don't eat it all.
All right.
But it's from you, Fernandez.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay. No, I won't be indulging in Oreos. I
think that. I know that we all go through transitions. I mean, there was a time in T knows that I was 24 stone at one time.
Really?
Yeah, I had stomach. And I had like fat in the fingers, stretch mark. That was massive.
So
I was like, I could put my hand on the back of Chris.
Talk about the transition. I know you got to go, but
the transition basically, I came with type 2 diabetes, and I woke up and I literally I was shaking, and then I rang my mum, as you do as a grown man. My mum's a nurse, and she said, "Mum, I'm shaking." And she said, took me to the hospital where she worked, and they tested my blood, and it was like high.
How old were you?
I was early 40s. Wow. So my transition's been after the boxing and all that. That's why I went back to it, because that's the only way I knew that I could lose weight.
Right.
Drastically, but still healthy wise. Diets don't do that for me. You know what I mean? So, and I got type 2 diabetes, and the turning point for me was to change it. I went to my mum and dad's for dinner, and she did appearances at dinner, and me, my mum, and my dad all popped out metformin tablets at the same time.
Shut up.
And I looked at mum, and it was for more my mum, the acceptance, well, you got diabetes in it, so just live with it. I was like, nah.
Yeah, you got to be that change.
Yeah, so I rang up the guys and said, I'm coming back to the gym. And I actually, to get myself motivated, I went back to the gym and I said, I'm going to have a fight within 6 months. So I said,
so you have to force yourself to get into shape, etc.
Yeah, because it was really funny. I wasn't even getting in shape for the fight. I was like, I'm not going in that ring with no lean belly. No belly.
So you didn't mind
vanity.
You didn't mind getting boxed about.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really vanity, though. I mean, it doesn't sound like it was.
No. I went in there because what I did, I said, right, I'm going to fight. They picked an opponent. Guy from Spain came over. Mm-mm. You know what I mean, fan, and I said the ticket money I raised, I donated it to the ACLT. So I had to do this. You know what I mean? So and then I haven't looked back since. I mean, the last time I had a fight was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
I did say at 50 I was gonna have one more.
All right.
But I wanted it to be. I wanted like a celebrity fight. So I offered Curtis. None of them.
Curtis Walker.
Curtis Walker. Yeah.
Hold on.
So they're good at
beating
people their gums,
I better not
innit?
say nothing, just in case Curtis Walker is listening.
He ain't. He's probably walking the dog.
I don't think he'll want to test his.
No, Curtis can fight, though.
No, but he's got a nice set of gnashes now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He might not
so I mean, like, I'm not. Like I said, like I enjoy it, moving around. You know what I mean, moving around the ring, and it's great. It's great fun. And I said, right, the next time I fight, it's gonna be because I was fighting guys, and it was like they got nothing to lose. You know, I'm not fighting no plumber. Or some guy who's just literally want to bust my ribs. Fair enough, that's part of the thing. If I'm going to fight somebody else, it's going to have to be someone who's got something to lose with respect, but it raises awareness. So I'll always give my money, the ticket money, to a charity.
Right,
so,
that's nice.
So if I'm fighting, if I said, right, I'm going to have a fight, I'll come with you, Quincy, but if I'm fighting John from Battersea, that's not.
It's not going to be interesting.
Right, if I'm fighting, I'm going to fight Slim or Kane Brown or something like that.
Yeah, but we're not going to think. But we're not going to think
Idris,
that you're actually going to go in the ring. We're just going to think you're going to be roasting that person. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not thinking
with gloves on.
Going to. Yeah.
So apart from Curtis Walker, who, if you were to be able to arrange a fight, your next fight, your I Am 50 fight, who would that be, Quincy?
Do you know, I actually, and I made some inquiries, but I did approach his management, Andrew Flintoff.
Lies. Is it? Cricketer.
So you're going to fight him? Like?
No, I made some inquiries because I knew some people who knew of him, but what it was, his management is like, they never heard of me, innit? So it's like, because he had a professional fight in Manchester against some other guy and he beat him. And I said, you know what?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. I said, I can have him. And I said, right.
Did you guys hear that?
But I like Andrew Flintoff because he's a very down to earth individual. That would have raised, if I was a higher caliber comedian on the mainstream circuit, they would have probably accepted. But as far as they probably made some inquiries and said, no, he looks like a road youth.
They said he's from Accrington Stanley.
Saying that, Quince, have you heard about the fight that happened the other day between a couple of grime artists?
No.
Are you lot serious?
No.
This thing is going down.
Oh, you mean Bouncer?
Yeah, come on. We can do this. You're a hood hero. You're a hood hero.
So Bouncer trained with my trainer, but they weren't grime artists. So Bouncer he looks after grime artists, and Arms is just a fitness gym. Do you know when you get a guy who's just lives in the gym? It's like, mate, you've clocked it.
This guy here, right?
No, he's on the track.
I live in the gym. I live in sports venues, and my activity always has a purpose.
Right. There's a point that if you see Arms, and I knew what was going to happen because they're both big guys. They were both knackered after about 2 rounds.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? But
no cardio. They don't do cardio.
No, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Even Joshua gets tired.
It does. No, do you know what?
But a lot of them guys that goes to the gym, they don't do cardio.
They do no cardio.
They just push weights and look buff and just look like a whole snack.
You know what Quincy was saying?
Yeah, sorry.
The whole snack. You know what Quincy was saying about the discipline? Yeah, those men thought, oh yeah, it's boxing. Anyone can do it. No, it's not. Anyone can do it. It is a whole skill. You know, and for a boxer to be able to go round after round, like, yeah, they do a lot of hard work. I love when they skip. Quince, you can skip, innit?
Can you do like the cross? I can do all of that.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
How long do you skip for?
It's half an hour.
Okay.
So I do rounds. So what you do, you do 3-minute rounds, and then like stop for like 30 seconds and
then go back.
Shadow box and then go back again.
Wow. So would you fight Bouncer in that?
Yeah, fight anybody.
Come on then, so we can hook that up, innit? Forget about Flint.
But do you know what it is? It's about, like I said, if I was to fight Bouncer, it's like, oh, what are we? Where's the money going? It's Arms and Bouncer had a fight, but the money was justified wherever to raise profile. So this is what I said: if I have another fight, it's to raise profile, either my brand or the charity I'm going to represent, and obviously the other person. So Andrew Flintoff does stuff a lot for the British Army and stuff like that, and he's after cricket, he's a celebrity. So it would have raised profile. That's the only reason. No one's really going to get hurt in that ring because we both know what we're going to probably be doing. Yeah, we're going to go into a ring to knock each other out.
Boring.
No, it is.
Sorry.
It's boring.
Yeah, my violent side is coming out. Yeah, no, I like to.
We both of us would go in there to knock each other out.
Yeah, I want to see a knockout.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but do you know how hard it is to knock someone out in the ring?
Never tried, but.
Yeah.
I think I would be a good fighter. I don't know why I never did boxing myself personally.
You did. You like me did some boxercise.
Yeah,
classes.
I did boxercise
mean, it's not the same.
but it's totally
same.
different. It's not. It's not the same because I've been to like All Stars on the Harrow Road when I was younger, and I used to see a couple of the guys them training. But I don't know why I never ever got into it. But it looked hard.
It is hard.
I worked with a couple of girls or ladies, I should say, who were into boxing. And if you look at them, you would not think they were into boxing. But one girl in particular, she was like well into her boxing. She had a few fights lined up. So when she
I
told
did
me, I
think
was like,
about it. I thought
did
about
you?
it.
Yeah.
When I first started on my personal journey to get fit and all the rest of it, when I'm still not, by the way. I lost weight, but I'm not fit. Anyway, I did consider doing that to raise money like Quincy because my dad was in the army and he taught me how to box.
Really?
And anytime I get around a punch bag, that is my best life.
Wow.
I will work on that bag because you get so much frustration.
Yeah,
out. Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
I love to hit a bag. So I would suggest to anybody who has got any kind of like stress or anxiety or anything like that, go and find a bag.
Find a bag.
So, yeah, so one of my
bag.
claims to fame is I sparred and he's a current. He just lost his last fight. No, he won his last fight in America, but a guy called Daniel Dubois sparred him a few times.
I think I've heard that
Got
name.
beat up. He's a Grenadian from West London. Accent was massive, but yeah, I got tricked into fighting him.
You got tricked.
Yeah, they knew that how I react towards things. They're like, Chris, you want to spar? Yeah, I'll fight. And then I turned up, and I was in the ring waiting for the person to fight. I looked to be a heavyweight, but I didn't know what. And this shadow just appeared. What the Ross?
Who would you say is your favourite fighter right now?
Favorite fighter?
Yeah.
Currently fighting.
Yeah,
currently fighting, professional fighter. Because Kaz, we saw the Tyson fight, didn't we? The
Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury fight. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
So who is your fave right now?
Yeah, that hurt me, you know. Yeah, I mean,
That I'm not even gonna. I was, yeah.
Well, you were
I don't like
vexed,
Dante. I don't like
vexed.
Dante. I think he's a rubbish fighter.
I was.
You were
I
vexed,
I was
Kaz.
kind of vexed.
I love Fury. Sorry,
I know you do,
Team
but
Fury
I just
all the way.
Yeah. Anyway, let me just.
Heavyweights. I like Dylan White's attitude. I like Dylan White, Chisora, but they're not like the elitist of fighters. Right. So if I go with anything, I'm gonna look at Conor Benn, who's his father. You've got Anthony Yard, who's fighting in November. These guys are in my gym. You know what I mean? There's a guy to look out for called Denzel Too Sharp from Guyana.
Denzel Too Sharp.
Too sharp.
Too Sharp. Yeah, his feet.
Sharp.
His feet. He's literally. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Floats like a butterfly.
Yeah, he did lose his last fight, but that was just like got caught cold. But this guy is just So favorite fighters right now, you're looking at people like Anthony Yards and Conor Benn, and I do like Chris Eubanks Jr.
Yeah. Haven't seen him fight.
Yeah, he can fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Roy Jones Jr. as his trainer now, so his dad's not with him no more.
Right.
So he's actually now he's starting to listen because he'd never had no trainer because he wouldn't listen to nobody, and then his dad was indirectly taking the limelight away from him because he was in that ring.
Right.
But yeah, Chris Eubanks Jr. has got a lot of.
He's
lot
a
of
cool
potential.
kid, though. He's a cool kid.
Oh yeah. But the greatest fight is it's really.
Yeah, go on. Of all time, in your
No, not all the time, but now. I mean, because that'd be all day. But now is Canelo. I mean, it's just like even. So I gotta say this. To say that as a white boy is the greatest fight, like right now. It's just like Tyson Fury, Canelo, Triple G. You got all these guys. It's like where the black youths.
Yeah, and that's
what when Dante Wilder lost. Even though he ain't a great fighter,
it burned.
It was like literally. It was like
You're putting in the work, girl.
Putting in the work.
I see you.
Need a break.
Don't worry, breaks soon come. Breaks soon come.
I know. So yeah, and for anybody else out there, you know, you can get closer to your dreams. You just got to put the work in.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing where, you know, we're living in a time with social media, and we're seeing a lot of people's results in terms of what they've been doing for the last, say, 15, 20 years. Like Quincy mentioned, 30 years he's been in the game. And, you know, you don't just arrive. And yes, we do see people just, you know, like bust, do you know what I mean, kind of thing. And we think, oh, why not me? Why have I not bust? But then sometimes your character and things like that is just not lined up for it just yet. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you still got work that needs to be done in order for you to be at that next level.
Yeah.
You know, so what advice would you give to, say, like a young person that, I mean, because obviously we haven't indulged into your business, which we still do have time to do, because obviously you was a former Miss Jamaica UK as well. But before we go into that, but what advice would you give to anybody? Like you just mentioned about do the work, but what other advice would you say to somebody that has a dream?
I would say that it sounds so cliche, and it's funny now I'm in this stage of my life. It's not just a cliche, but it's a reality that anything you put your mind to, any goal you have, any dream you have, any desire that you want to achieve, it is possible. If you really believe that it's going to happen, it will happen. So don't ever give up on your belief. Self-belief is super important, and it's very hard for us to all have that self-belief, especially in the world we're living with, and social media is all around us and selling fake stories as far as I'm concerned. And you talked about busing. You know, success looks different for many different people, and so you've got to know what success looks like for you. And I would just say that it's about consistency. Keep at it. People will say no, doors will be closed, but you just got to keep going, kick down those doors, change those no's into yeses, because eventually with that hard work and consistency, and you take the steps and keep putting in and don't lose the faith, it's ultimate that you're going to get to your destination. It's just fact.
Amen. Ashe. All right, so we're going to go to your next track, No Time to Gaze, by the one and only Sizzla.
I'm traveling over borders and frontier. I and I night just here. What's up? Get a youth. There is no time to gaze. Some come for story to patch I corrupt for Bingy man create, yo. Tell them change them ways. Bingy youth no hurry up, now come yourself you waste out your days, yo. No see so them are gaze. Them come for story to patch I corrupt for Bingy man create, yo. Tell them change them ways. Bingy youth hurry up because I King Selassie. Ethiopia now stretch out. To King Selassie I no more rocking on the boat. Things are get ready on the western coast. Enough of them are dead, you might think say a joke. Them have the money and still them can't float. I come to separate the sheep from the goat. Looking at the heat to see how about it out. Give them the chalice and them end up a talk. Can't bunny earth, them run guns not coke. If I had the fire, then now who are the smoke? Give the youth the culture cause I eat me and promote. Them must come together, Rastafari and no joke. No take no talk. You must listen them on haze. Them come for story talk a corrupt what the Bingy man create, yo. Tell them open up them eyes. Get a youth no hurry up because I King Selassie man I praise, yo. You know see say them on gaze. Them come for story talk a corrupt what the Bingy you create, yo. Selassie up in every gate. Bingy youth no hurry up because me not come down. Be still coming, know them gone. Jack the earth me plant food and corn. The youths come first and me no left it farm. I till the dead then one make them a stun. Babylon be still allow me make me go on. Up on the hill no dirty work me not perform. Sure them your journey get redder than warm. The youth stop cut all the slave master land. I do nothing forget the bloody money in our palm.
No time to gaze. Come on, boss, Janelle. Talk to us about this track.
Well, Sizzla Kalonji is my artist. Let me tell you. You know how I love my reggae music anyway. And yeah.
I just had to drop that. All right.
Drop it again.
my love? When are you going to come away?
Hold on, give that jingle his credit. Bring down the other tune and let's.
Yeah, you know, it's cousin Janelle on the No Chat Show. Sure. Judgment Yard, Sizzler representing.
Yeah. Yo, listen. She don't tell you say it's an artist, you know.
Where do you go? Don't you need my love? When are you going to come away? When are you going to let us play? Yeah, you know, it's cousin Janelle on the No Chat Show.
Yes, Sizzler, respect and manners. Yeah, no, he's a great representation of culture and what the whole kind of reggae music scene is all about. His messages are always positive. They're always vibrant, and he's been preaching positivity ever since he started his career, you know. Thanks to the Most High. Obviously, Leela was here for City Splash. She headlined this year's City Splash. She did an amazing job. She tore the house down.
She done the dance.
She done the dance, didn't she? She done
the
it.
dance.
Mr. Dance, done.
Okay, so, but you know, you mentioned about being in a council estate, because most of us has been, you know, growing up in a council estate. But then you mentioned about, you know, then you saw there's a world out there. Talk to us about being Miss Jamaica UK.
That was probably the start of my eye-opening journey to the world that exists out there beyond the Northwest 10 postcode, if I'm honest. So back, we're going back more than 20 years. I was at the Afro Hair and Beauty Show in Ali Pali, the home of where it used to be, and a lady came up to me and said, she's like, "Hello, where are your parents from?" And I'm like, who's this lady chatting to me? I was with my friends. I was like, who's this lady chatting to me? So I was like, she's like, "Anybody from Jamaica in your family?" I was like, "Yeah, my mum's from Jamaica." She's like, okay, you look good. So would you do Miss Jamaica UK? That was it.
And who is this lady?
Her name is June Daly. Big up to June Daly, the founder and president of Miss Jamaica UK, a real icon.
Big up yourself, Dr. June Daly.
Yeah. In fact, yes, we can't forget the
Absolutely.
honorary doctorate that she's been given for all of her work that she's done in the community and with young women in particular. But yeah, so I was like, I didn't know what it was, but I was going to find out what it was, and found out what it was, got involved, and I've never looked back since. It just gave me so much opportunity, opened so many doors for me, and built my confidence, and gave me a sense of pride about who I am, where I'm coming from, encouraged me to learn more about who I am, where my parents are from, and really just go out and inspire other young women to, you know, fulfill their dreams and live in their purpose. So it's just kind of set me up for so many different things in my life, and without Miss Jamaica UK, I wouldn't be where I am now.
I love that, because you know, when you think about, like, when I was growing up, I didn't really know much about pageants and things like that. You know, it was something that wasn't really seen in the household, and it's kind of surprising actually, because I'm the eldest of 5. There's 5 girls and there's 1 boy, so it's kind of surprising that was never, you know, something that we knew in the household. But when I look at today's day and age, I mean, even like recently we had the young lady that won the Miss Britain UK for the curvy size woman, etc., how it can lead on to so much more. You know, it's not just a case of just putting on this nice you know, bathing suit. There's so much more to it, and that's what I found so interesting about our relationship, and learning about you and listening to the stories and the people you've connected to from this journey. And it's really started from June stepping out and allowing other young women to be able to be also exposed to greatness as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so would you encourage other young people, young women, to get involved in like pageant of today's?
Definitely. I would encourage anybody to seize any opportunity that seems right. Obviously you've got to do your research, but that's put in front of you. Going back to you know, what we were talking about just earlier, in terms of there's no time to gaze. We have one life, and we've got to live it to its maximum. So I would encourage any young ladies. The interesting thing, you talking about pageants and not really kind of having that in your household. In my household, we watched Miss World.
Yes.
And we watched Miss
But
Universe.
your name was actually named after...
Yeah. So my dad named me after Miss Universe. My dad's from Trinidad, and he named me after Miss Universe 1977, who she's still around, a lady by the name of Janelle Raeburn. And she won Miss Universe. Miss Trinidad and Tobago won Miss Universe in 1977. So I guess it was just ordained from the moment my father named me for me to actually have gone on this journey, and I give thanks. But yeah, back to your question, I would definitely recommend any young women to embark on, whether it's a pageant journey or any opportunity that you're given, seize it. Because one of the things that I realized, and the mantras that I live by, is that one opportunity always leads to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. And you don't know where that wave is going to carry you. Like I said, looking back from where I'm coming from, did I realize that I'd be here now? No. Sitting here in your studio on Now Chat Show talking to you, no. So,
it's so true, you know, because even like, obviously, guys, you know, yesterday is our last show on ilive UK, and we are so grateful for this platform. And please, guys, do stay connected with ilive UK, because they have amazing shows, amazing talent on the platform itself. But, you know, like, people say, why? But, you know, sometimes it's just time. You know, timing is everything. And, you know, sometimes we don't understand why or how, or, you know what I mean? But sometimes we just have to just take that leap of faith and just step out. And I love what you just said, Jay, you know, in terms of, you just got to go with it, because you just don't know what's waiting for you around the corner. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. So, you know, yes, it is like I think Fernandez Fly, you put down, it's a sad day, but it's not a sad day. It's a joyful day, because I didn't know that. You know, we want to big up Mr. C as well, if you're listening as well. He's got the Candy Show that is from 8 o'clock Saturday evening. So guys, make sure you join him every single Saturday. And if it wasn't for his show, we wouldn't even be on this platform.
I know.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's just the, but you can, this is what I'm saying about opportunities. Opportunity is like, you know, a fertile ground. If you water it, the seeds that you sow will grow. Because rewind, even before us coming onto Mr. C show as guests, Kaz, you started a platform from your living room.
Yeah, I literally did, guys.
With no studio. And I know the challenges that you went through. So you started that platform. That platform has led to opportunities for myself, for Fernandez Fly, for Miss T, for so many other people. That platform led to, I mean, there's so much happened in between, of course, but it led to you being offered an interview here on ilive Radio, and that led to having a show on ilive Radio, which has led to you now firmly establishing yourself as a big boss radio host. Can we get
come on, sound effect, please, come on. All right.
Well done.
So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been amazing.
So this might be the last show on iLive, but it's not the last show. Certainly not for you on radio. It's, you know, this is just the start of the next chapter, and I just want to big up the iLive family. They've been great, and you know, the whole of the iLive management. Amazing platform that this is, and they've really been supportive on my journey and your journey.
Absolutely.
And the journey of so many others. So we just want to give maximum respect to the iLive team.
Big up yourself, iLive UK. Yes. Okay, so you know something? We haven't even done a competition. We haven't done no news update. We haven't done.
We have just been gassing,
chatting, innit?
You got to enjoy the vibe. It's the last time we're on air,
it
so
flowed.
You know what? I do want to do my competition, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Can I do the time before we? Because I've never done the time. The time is now 6:50.
Have you not? All right,
Never?
do it again. You've never done the time.
Never?
No.
Oh wow.
The time is now 6:50.
That sounded so good.
That sounds so sexy. Say it again. Say it again.
The time is now 6:50.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the time is now, as Miss T said. Miss T, do you want to do the competition thing, or
yeah?
Do you really want
go
to
for it? You're on a roll now.
All
You're
right,
on a roll.
so-
Making me nervous. I look on clock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hour that you've been waiting for. Okay, so we are just like getting ourselves into gear, because this is our last day, and we have been drinking a little bit of Prosecco, so we are feeling quite lit at this present moment in time. But anyway, we are going to try and keep it professional. And okay, so who was the first Black British comedian to experience mainstream success? Was it Quincy the comedian? Was it Slim, or was it Charlie Williams?
The second part of our question is, what year did Quincy start his comedy career? Was it in 1980, 1998, or 2000?
Well, we can't say 2007, because he said it was like.
They don't need to know that. They don't need to know that. You got to throw some red herrings there.
Sorry, come on.
What, you want me to? Was that a pull up?
Yes, it's pull up.
Okay.
Competition pull up.
What year did Quincy start his comedy career? Was it 1980, 1998 or 2007?
Now, the first person to call into the studio, the contact number is 0208 638 8503. Now, Quincy did say that how he's going to be given a ticket for whoever is to win, that they can actually come down to their live show. I believe it's going to be in Christmas. Don't quote me on that. But unless you do get it right, then obviously we will give you the information. But in order for you to win the competition, you do need to call in. The number is 02.
You always do that to me. I don't know it.
Babe,
it's honestly
0208 638 8503. Baby, it's in the notes.
Yeah, but I am.
All right, so guys, yeah, that was the competition. So feel free because the phone lines are now open. All right, so we do also need to make an announcement, don't we, Miss T? Because we have got a birthday lineup. Oh my gosh! So guys,
we're so excited.
Right, so she's excited, and I'm just.
Oh
being told
gosh,
this
you
is
hear
what's
her
gonna
voice?
happen.
I'm not excited.
I am excited.
Sound
but
excited then.
Oh, we have.
Excited.
Let's get that line open.
Hello, caller. Do keep it nice and clean because you are live on ilive UK. Hello. Hello.
It's Serena.
Hey,
Serena.
What's going on? What's popping over there, girl?
Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
In fact, what do you mean?
Sorry, you taking part in the competition? You might as well.
No. I'm calling to pick you up, Janelle, Andre, Miss T, just to say you've done a fantastic job. So,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
We appreciate you too.
The show's been fantastic. And I also want you guys to acknowledge the sacrifices that you've made, the journey that you've embarked on, which has given us all the opportunity of growing, of evolving, of more open doors and success. So I love you. I'm proud of you. This is an exciting time. It's not a sad day. It's a joyous day.
Amen.
It's not the end. There's so much more. So I just wanted to come up and say big up.
Thank you so much. And you know what, Serena? I want to big you up because if it wasn't for you, right, when guys, just in case you didn't see the watch our first episode with Janelle and I when we started a drive time on iLive UK, Serena, your narrative, she actually told us from when the lockdown started, okay guys, you're gonna have to start going on live because you guys are like social media influencers, and we was like, huh? like yo, I do YouTube and it's get edited. I don't do live.
No, who's doing live?
Who's doing live? Yeah, you guys got to be more present on there. I'm not even gonna lie, my presence is still not the greatest out there. I do try. I'm not 100% consistent.
Says the woman that goes to the gym and shows everybody.
But I haven't done it all week.
Hello. Let's not take away from what you do.
Right.
Okay. All right.
See, look, I had to get the brick slab out for
Yeah.
her.
Right.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you, Serena, because if it wasn't for you, then Janelle and I, Miss T, Andre, Kwame, Laverne, we wouldn't have really had this opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then Mr. C wouldn't have seen us. So we just want to say big up, big up to yourself.
Yes. Amen. Serena, big up to you.
But you sure you don't want to take part in a competition?
No, I'm cool. I know the answer, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's the whole point. All right. Okay. So we're gonna.
She's on the line.
You're on the line. You might as well win the ticket. So
give it a shot.
you know what? Big up to Serena because it's her 7-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. So
Congratulations.
You deserve to get these
Come
tickets.
on.
7 years. 7 years mean perfect. My girl.
Does it?
Yeah, and 7
I know that.
Well, that's what I've been told anyway. But
Amen to that. Amen.
all right. So, who was the first Black British comedian to experience mainstream success? Was it Quincy the comedian, or was it Slim, or was it Charlie William?
Quincy the comedian.
What did you say?
Quincy
First.
First
ever.
Yeah.
In the UK.
In the UK.
Give her the list again.
So we got.
What was the third one?
So was
Third
it
name?
Quincy the comedian, Slim, or Charlie William?
Charlie Williams.
Well done, Serena.
Thank you, Serena. You're doing this for the
Second
team, you know.
part.
All right, second
This
part.
is the second part of the question. What year did Quincy start his comedy career? Was it in 1980?
I didn't actually put the year in properly. Was it like 20 years ago?
You said it was 20 years ago, Serena.
So was it 10 years ago?
So you gave dates before. Was it 98?
Yes. Thank you. Well done, Serena.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mess that up?
Can we get a
I'm
clap
going
for
to do it
Serena,
now.
Thank you.
Congrats once again.
This competition has really gone a
Two-part
bit left, right?
complete.
So, Serena, you have actually won. So we will update you where you and Charles, your husband, will be going to.
Hold on. Say she don't want to bring the husband.
She's going to bring the husband. She's been there with him for 7 years.
I know, but she might want to go with a friend.
Serena, do you want to go with your friend or do you want to go with your best friend, which is your husband?
I'll go with my husband.
See, I told you.
We wanted to give you some options.
Serena, who was you really going to come?
She could have taken even her son. Could have been anyone.
True.
Would have been Charles, definitely.
So, I mean, we can maybe. Oh, let me not get into it. Let me just look. Let me just done it just there, right? But thank you so much, Serena, for joining us and tuning in and taking part in the competition and winning the competition and being an absolute blessing to us as well. I am feeling a bit lit because somebody brought in prosecco and they were supposed to bring us snacks and they brought in drinks. Yeah, they were supposed to bring in a whole snack for me. Yeah,
The shopkeeper was unavailable. I would have bought him as well, but
You're not making me sound thirsty out there. Let me just get the prosecco, because the show's almost done. All right, thank you, Serena. Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye. You too.
Have a wonderful
Bye.
weekend. Bye.
Oh my gosh, oh my days, we've literally got less than a
1
minute.
Can you imagine?
Come on, wrap up.
All right, so guys, make sure you stay connected with us on I Love UK. We're leaving I Love UK now, Chat Show UK, and we are going to be celebrating our birthday for Scorpio season, Miss T and I, on the 19th of November. So make sure you follow us on all social media if you're not already. And until next time, guys, it's been emotional.
Very. Thank you.